Hello everyone, myself Uday Datrak. I am planning to teach 100 plus web application security test cases. Search for Uday Datrak guys in YouTube and subscribe to my channel for daily updates. I'll be uploading daily at least one video and cover A to Z topics in ethical hacking, bug bounties, session secure coding and network security concepts. Please share this video with your friends guys so that they can engage with my comments and motivate me to make some more videos. This is a free training I am giving during this COVID-19 pandemic to help everyone to get a job as soon as possible. So in all our previous lessons so far we have set up around 6 applications. Now we are going to set up 7th application, and previously we also set up 2 more applications. That means after this session we'll try to make one more video on web application setup. After that we'll stop this and we'll focus on security testing itself. Now do we have any readme document here? Okay, no, we'll download this. Before downloading we'll see whether it has something like MySQL. Yes, it supports MySQL, and this is the PHP code itself. PHP, yeah, everything is in PHP. Yes, now we download this one. Copy all the files, go to C drive, WAMP64, www folder, try to create a folder called any folder name and paste all this. Do you guys know why I am creating separate folder for each lesson? Because every different application has index.php itself, so they get overwritten, right? That's the problem. Okay, when I opened I saw many files I believe, and okay, yeah, refresh. Why and.php? The file name is wrong. One second guys, let me open. Okay, now this filing name itself is very wrong. You should not give space in the file names for the web application guys. This is a like no one does that. If you have browsed too many web applications, you never would have come across such thing. That's okay. Now by default which file it loads? Index.php. And we also have db. When someone says db, that means it's a database. So let's open database first and see like what things are there in this. Okay, yes, localhost. Hey, I think we came across this application before. Yeah, sure. Let me hold past the video guys and check whether did I come across this application before or not. Maybe no guys, I just seen it, but that's okay. If you would have come across before, that's okay. Now we open this particular file, and within the let's try to open that lesson 9. We saw whether the WAMP is running. Okay, localhost. Index.php will be loaded by default, and it has thrown lots of errors like use of defined constant, dbconfig, assumed dbconfig. This will throw index.php on line 9. Let's go to index.php on line 9. I'll remove this content, and see. Okay. One second, let me close all the notepad files. Okay, maybe task clean notepad, different new OS. Okay, DSL should work. No, okay, maybe that's fine. Okay, now try to open this file, index.php. Okay, maybe that's another file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Require once dbconfig.php. Okay, what is that file we have here? dbconfig.php. Okay, undefined constant dbconfig, assumed dbconfig. Throw error in future version of php. Okay, let's open this file and see. Hey, the code itself, this particular file is loading the same file, and once that particular file is loaded again, something is a blunder mistake, I believe. I don't know, like index.php required dbconfig.php. Okay, the dbconfig. Oh my god. Okay, this is something like, I understood, guys. Okay, this is the, if you see the points, right, make a file in a notepad and save it as index.php using the below code. You have to copy this code and you have to paste it in index.php file. Okay, now problem solved. Maybe we did not, some issue with the GitHub or something, so let's leave it. Now second point is make all this and save it. First point we solve the problem. Second point, make a file in a notepad and save it in dbconfig below code. Okay, the file name is dbconfig itself, so we'll remove this particular line. Now okay, the username is localhost, username is root, localhost, password is blank, MySQL password. We have to see whether our database test is particularly there or not. We save this file. Now the application should work. Maybe some issue while copying. What? +9. Okay. Not open. Index.php required dbconfig.php. Okay. Constant dbconfig assumed config.php. 1 second, guys, let me solve this. Guys, since we have some filing naming issues, what we're gonna do is we'll delete these files and we copy the each file manually itself, like class user.php. Copy this piece of code. Yes. File name. we have to rename the same file name as what they have given, class.user.php. It's a good learning, guys. Now within the code we are trying to identify issues. Class.user.php itself. Okay, yes. U caps. Sometimes we need to know the file names also. If there is a file on the servers, will be case sensitive, guys. Most of the servers, sometimes they can be case insensitive too. So we'll put as it is. Now what he's saying, dbconfig.php, but within this file he has given two different things. Make a file in the notepad, save it as index.php. This particular piece of code, yes. Now what is the important learning in this? Sometimes the files on the server are case sensitive, so you have to be careful about that. Next one, dbconfig.php. Already we created it. No, we did not create it. Okay. Make a notepad, save it in db.php, the below code. Okay. Okay. What is the file name again? dbconfig.php. Okay. Now the fourth section, index.php, we already copied it, anyhow it's done. Now login part, make a folder called login and give them within the login folder, copy this particular piece of code. Okay, got it. Now we have to create one folder called login. Inside that we have to create index.php. Okay, now we have to go to login folder. Just I'm following the steps as it is. Sorry, index.php. Before trying to make sure this is again file again inside a folder, profile.php. Okay, profile.php. Okay, now inside the login folder we have to create profile.php. When you are troubleshooting the errors, you will be understanding lot of things about the web application itself, like the case sensitive thing. Sometimes we can find out the database file itself remotely and we can download them directly and you can see all the username passwords in it. I will show you that also later, but at least with this lesson we learned some case sensitive. Now where we need to copy this file, make a folder called register, inside it save it as index.php. Okay, the file naming is very bad actually. You cannot create all the same index.php 3-4 times. Register folder. Okay, now we don't need these two lines. Okay, now we go folder. Okay, so the comment lines. Now okay, now lesson 9, the constraint on the line number, see index.php on line 9. Now same error we are getting. require once PHP example. Require once open bracket single quotes. He is missing the open brackets, I believe. Okay, nice. The same syntax. This is a one-defined constant dbconfig. What do you mean by undefined constant? Maybe single quotes are. Got it, guys. The single quotes was not proper. Can you guys see earlier? Like this was like that. So I replaced the single quotes. Like there's unexpected error on the line number 5. This can be solved now. 15. Okay. Okay. Yep. Maybe something like this. Let's see. Parse error, syntax error, unexpected colon. Where did we put colon? We did not put any colon. Sorry, this is not this particular line, guys. Unexpected error colon in db.config.php. Now we are in index.php. So there are no errors in this file. We have to go to this particular file. db.config.php. We will go to line number 15. Holy. Now this is something like a very new function after many days. Unexpected colon. Okay. So MySQL colon host. Okay, now I'll connect, like, I'll search for this particular piece of code in Google, like PHP DB connection PDO example. Okay, MySQL host colon. Okay, MySQL colon host equal to $db underscore host. Okay, or else should I easily replace this particular function and see whether we can solve the error or not? Control db underscore host. Okay, my db is equal to test. Okay, dollar db underscore user dollar db underscore name username host db underscore. Just okay. Now I'll comment this. Let's see that. Line number 22. Okay, that issue is solved now. We need to go to line number 22 now. Very nice. I like it. Echo error message. Man, for error also we are getting something. I'll try to suppress this error message. I don't care. Okay. No. Oh my god. Warning, defined console localhost assumed on dbconfig.php on line number 8. Where is that? dbhost, okay. On line number 8, this will throw an error. We'll hold this for a minute. Guys, we already passed 20 minutes of time, so I don't think I can solve this, but I don't want to waste more than 20 minutes on each application. Now at least we have learned 2-3 new things in that, like for example the URL should be case sensitive, and the second thing is that we can also connect to database using different functions. So that's it guys. So in the next lesson we'll try to set up one more website. That's it. Now with these all lessons you have become extremely good in deploying the web applications and understanding, like making changes to the application, and also try to solve some errors by searching in Google and replacing the functions. That's so easy. And yes, with this, like in each lesson we have learned something related to a security testing, something like case sensitive here, last lesson hard coded password changing, in the before to that .sql file at directly accessing the .sql file kind of thing. So like this is just a brush up. Our security testing haven't started now, but to become a hacker you need to understand like what happens when you enter the username password, what is happening in the backend, how it is storing in the database, how do I check that. Now you know everything about it. So in my next lesson we'll try to start the security testing concepts itself guys. Thank you.